Have you ever picked up a new paint pot to replace an old one and just felt like it looked different?
You're not alone, so let's talk about it.
I've always been a massive fan of the Citadel paints. As you guys might know, when we did a massive paint test, Citadel ended up in top 3 among our favorite paints to use. But over the last year, we've had a sneaking suspicion that something has changed. Because all of a sudden, some of our favorite paints just felt different. They weren't quite as vibrant and they had a little bit better coverage for some reason. So today we're going to put some of our favorite paints to the test and either confirm or debunk the statement Citadel just got worse, but they didn't tell you about it. And the part of this video is sponsored by Squarespace.
There's a few paints from the Citadel line that we've had as our favorite paints of all time.
Yeah,
we really like them.
Rhinoxide,
Evil Sun Scarlet,
Corn Red, Wild Rider Red, and as our old pots run out, we went to buy new ones. And
naturally.
Yeah, but they felt a little bit different.
Starting off with the Rhinox Hide, it feels like it's just gone from being that super dark, vibrant, nice brown
Yeah,
into
with
just
a
some,
little bit of sheen to it.
yeah,
like a hint of
to some
sheen.
shitty gray.
Yeah,
It's not nice.
It's still a dark brown, but it's not the dark brown that it used to be. But as you know, some paint batches can differ just ever so slightly. So we didn't really think much about it until... This is Andy. He's a Slayer Sword winner, won Best Painted at Monte San Stevino, and he runs his own YouTube channel where he makes painting tutorials. This guy knows how to paint. And this guy, who is undoubtedly a paint snob, had found the exact same changes in the colors as we had.
I do painting workshops and I like to teach how to paint red because it's a difficult color to get right, and I always like to use Evil Sun Scarlet because I think it's the red that people have and use all the time. So I know this paint really well. I know how much coverage it has, the tone, and I just suddenly noticed such a big difference.
So separate from each other, we've come to the exact same conclusion. And luckily, Andy, you've saved some of the old pots. So let's show you guys exactly what we mean. Okay, so this might be difficult to show because the cameras don't have the same color sensitivity as your eyes, but let's try our best.
Let's just start with these corn reds. The right one is the original and the left one is the new pot. If you don't see a difference, let's bring these into Photoshop. If we sample the left paint and then the right paint, the difference might be more clear. And if we want to make this even more clear, you can see the color picker right here. The first color sampled is the original, and the further on the left you get on this spectrum, the more desaturated the color will be. So if you now sample the new pot, boom! It's quite clearly more desaturated. We can even take it one step further. What would happen if we make the photo black and white? Boom! Clearly you can see that the hue of the pots are different, because the paint on the right appears much darker than the one on the left. Different paints on the red spectrum might appear darker than others. Usually the more saturation, chroma, one type of pigment you have, the darker it will appear.
I feel like the old one was a rich red. I like to use it all the time. But the new one, it goes on better, but it feels not the deep red that we really want.
Yeah, my personal favorite color from the Citadel range is Rhinoxide, and people know this because I use it in pretty much every video.
Me too. My most used paint.
Yeah, and just a year ago, we started testing paints for other brands, and we found one that I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but was really close to the old Rhinoxide. And then we bought a new pot of Rhinoxide, but all of a sudden I felt like, wait a minute, this other brand's brown suddenly looked better than the new Rhinoxide pot. And I feel like, especially when you apply it to the Mini, you can see a big difference because it looks more matte and it looks brighter. It doesn't have that like deep dark brown. So the new Rhinoxide definitely feels more like the classic Citadel paint dried bark than the old Rhinoxide.
My feeling is what they've tried to do is make them go on quicker, easier, and coverage, and that seems to be what everyone's obsessed with, coverage. But coverage isn't so good if the color doesn't look nice in the end. And I would rather do 3 or 4 coats to get an amazing red rather than 2 coats and it be gray.
Yeah, and to be honest, for me, it kind of killed my love for the paint, which is a little bit sad.
Let's try to apply the same things to Evil Sun Scarlet as we did with the Corn Red, to confirm that this is not just a one-time thing and actually is spread across to many different paint pots. And while we do, let's talk about this week's sponsor,
Squarespace. You already know that on Squarespace you can make websites without any previous knowledge about web design or programming. But did you know that not too long ago, Squarespace completely updated their web design software with Blueprint AI that guides you through the process and makes making a website even easier. Even better yet, probably it's gonna look better too. So if you have a business or run a side hustle, it's never been easier to make your own platform. One of the things that we appreciated the more with Squarespace was that when we had our own website, it was so easy to make your own web store. The barrier of entry is literally next to nothing. You can try making your own website. It's completely free if you follow the link down below, squarespace.com/Squidmar, and then when you're ready to launch said website, just use the code Squidmar for 10% off your entire purchase of a website or a domain. And moving on, what happens when we add these paints to miniatures? There's a few interesting things to note. First, the new paint pot appears brighter, but also it applies with a better coverage. One of the things that we talked about was that when magazines or YouTube channels make painting reviews, the only thing that's talked about is coverage. And when Lucas and I did our paint review, it was more about how it felt like. So how does the colors feel? How is the saturation? How is the vibrancy? How does it feel when it's dried? Is it matte or is it like, does it have some colors you don't want to be ultra matte? Some colors you want to have a little bit of a sheen.
We want richness. For some people, it isn't going to be bad. And
Yeah.
all it is changing the properties.
Yeah.
But what they're doing is switching out the rich color and to get the coverage.
Okay, so let's do a proper pros and cons list.
Let's start with the positives. Number one, the positive things.
The new Evil Sun Scarlet, well, we're guessing it's new, definitely goes on way easier. And I can see why that's going to be a massive positive for a lot of people. And maybe that's what Games Workshop wanted to do. Make it easier for people getting into the hobby.
Number two, the paints do feel a little bit more matte, which depends on the way you paint, could potentially be a positive.
Yeah,
So-
I like a matte finish.
Yeah.
It doesn't make the color look as bright, so I would just about put that in the positive side for this one.
Yeah. But let's move over to the negative side. The first and foremost is paints just don't look as good anymore.
The tone. When you're adding some gray to get better coverage, you're sacrificing the tone. It's kind of a trade-off and something you have to choose, especially with a color that naturally isn't going to cover so great, like reds and yellows. Blues, they're always going to be easy, but red, when you want a vibrant red
Yellows.
and cover well, it's kind of difficult to achieve.
Number two, the paints don't mix as well, because the more pigments you add to each paint, when you start mixing them up, instead of having that vibrant red skin tone, it's gonna start looking way more gray. Personally, that's something that, like, if I want a gray tone, I'll just add a bit of gray.
It's easy to desaturate paints, then, make them saturate again.
Absolutely. Number three,
Glazing. When you're glazing, you want the paint to be translucent, obviously, so you can build up and blend things and get really rich colors. And now they don't glaze quite so well. And this is a subtle difference, but again, it's always about this trade-off. Do you want it to go on easy, or do you want it to be translucent, glaze well, blend well?
and we have a theory. Both of us have quite a lot of experience in painting, and especially you have experience in visiting paint factories and knowing a lot about the process of producing paints.
Yeah, you dirty off paints. So what you're doing is you're reducing the chroma, which is the purity of the paint. So, when you get a paint pigment, something like a bright red, it's not going to have anything added to it. And to get it to cover well, there's a few things you can do, but the main and easiest thing is to add something from the grayscale. Some black, some white, something in between will increase the coverage. It'll go on easier, but you're sacrificing the color at this point.
So our guy's guess is that they've just grayed down the paints.
We can never say for sure,
No.
but I'm pretty certain they've changed the formula
Yeah.
in some way.
Yeah. So obviously, guys, don't take this video as the 100% truth that this is exactly what's happened. We are guessing, but as we've said, we've been able to confirm that something is different. We have sent an email to Games Workshop. We did not get a reply. reply regarding this question. You know, it's their company secret, so I didn't expect them to do that either, which is all fine. The big one for me, I feel like, is just they didn't tell anyone. A lot of times when brands do,
It's new formula,
the new model color, they're like, oh, this is model color 2024. It's the new game color. When AK did their 3rd edition, they changed the name of it.
But maybe it's because they only changed a few. If they had something in their range they found was a trouble for new people, maybe they just picked the red, this. You know, maybe they just thought we can do it under the radar.
We'd love to hear your take. Have you found this in any other paints? We found it in 3 so far. It's Evil Scarlet, Rhinox Hide, and
Wild
Rider Red. And it would be really interesting to see if more of you guys have seen the same problem with other paints as well. Do you have anything you want to plug in?
My YouTube channel, Cult of Paint. Check it out. We paint. We do 2 videos every single week, and
pretty awesome ones, if I say so myself. A massive thanks to all of the patrons for supporting this channel, and of course this week's sponsor. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.
Bye.